Hi, I'm Lynn. As a licensed mental health professional as well as a certified yoga teacher, infusing mental health wellness into my teaching is really important to me. And my classes always have sort of a layer of that embedded in the practice because yoga is not only good for our bodies, it's good for our minds and our hearts. And my gift to you today is a practice called the self-compassion break. It actually comes out of the mindfulness research, and I always say, yoga is a mindful practice because it helps us to cultivate the capacity to pay attention to the sensation in our body, to what's happening in our heads and our hearts. And this practice is an opportunity to be kind to ourselves when we notice that happening. This practice was developed by a researcher, a psychologist named Kristen Neff, N-E-F-F, out of the University of Austin, Texas. So we'll start by just taking a quick 1-minute body scan. Find a comfortable position for your body. You can soften your eyes or you can close them completely. And take a nice deep breath. And then begin by feeling your feet on the floor. Scanning up your body, your shins, your calves to your kneecaps. And just continuing to use that spotlight of awareness to travel up the body, up the legs, the thighs. Feel the weight of your body heavy on the chair or whatever is supporting you. And then feel the back of your body tall and strong. Sense the breath moving through the body as you focus on the front of the body, perhaps belly expanding with the breath or chest rising and falling. Notice shoulders, arms, and hands. And then continuing with that spotlight of awareness, travel up the neck and just around the back of the head, the top of the skull, and sense that spotlight, noticing the forehead, the cheekbones, the jaw, the face. And now broaden that spotlight by just noticing now the whole body. Sensing your whole body here and present for this practice. And as you rest in that state of awareness, allow yourself to call to mind some aspect of your experience that is causing you pain or suffering or worry or discontent. Anything at all. And it doesn't have to be your deepest, darkest, most difficult memory or challenge, but it can be. And the minute you bring it up, you will notice a sensation in your body because all of our emotions and experiences are physical. And so just notice that. Where in your body does this suffering show up? And allow yourself to try to stay with that and pay attention to it, continuing to breathe. And then there are 3 steps in the practice. The first one is to notice and to say to yourself, this is a moment of suffering, or this is hard, this is difficult. Any words that match the experience for you, that name what's happening. You might also place your hand on the spot in your body where you're feeling that intensity, the chest, the solar plexus, the shoulders, just wherever you feel that sensation. Be kind. Place your hand there, like a little self-hug. Continue to breathe, and the second step invites us to notice how we are not alone in our suffering. So we do this by imagining that perhaps other people have felt a similar way. Perhaps other beings have had a similar experience to the one you're having. And so you might say, I am not alone. Other people have felt this way. I'm not the first person to have this experience. And I won't be the last. And this step is really important because it connects us to our humanity. It connects us to the realization that we are all human, that we all suffer, that we all struggle, and that we're not as alone as we think we are. And then in the final step, we take a moment to just say something kind to ourselves. Just like you might to a friend who is struggling. So you might say, hang in there. This will pass. You've got this. It's hard, but you can get through it. Or may I simply have grace and courage to endure. Whatever words speak truth to you, those are the words to share with yourself now. And then we just take a moment to set our hands back down and check back in with our physical body. And just notice how you feel. This closes the mind-body loop and helps reinforce the practice. So just observe how your body feels now. Any shifting or subtle movements, perhaps a little lightening of awareness. I love this practice because it really helps us to build a relationship with that inner critic and soften that relationship so we're just not so hard on ourselves. So thank you for joining me in this self-compassion break. I teach at Inner Light on Thursdays at 5:30 and Saturday mornings at 10. I'd love to have you join sometime. Namaste.